So what exactly happens if you never turn off your computer? Does it completely die? Or are you just fine and worrying about nothing? First, let's talk about things that might go out after prolonged use. First, we have the capacitors. So you can find these on your motherboards, your GPUs, other expansion cards, and even in your power supply. Newer motherboards start using solid capacitors that will last up to 22 years with continuous use. Then there's also liquid capacitors, which are found in your power supply. Those will go out around 15 years of continuous use. Another thing that might go out fast is your fans. So there's two different types of fans. First, there's sleep bearing fans, which those are ones you can typically pick up for cheap and last up to 4 years of continuous use. Then there's ball bearing fans, and those can last up to 8 years. Luckily, if your fans die and you keep your PC clean, which hopefully you do, it won't result in immediate overheating of your PC components. Then we have the good old classic hard drive, which isn't as common as it used to be, but you can still find them in some pre-built systems, or a lot of people use them just to store games. Those I recommend replacing every 4 to 5 years of power on use. So not after 4 or 5 years after you bought it, but you can use your computer's smart system to check your drive's power on use. For your CPU, GPU, and your RAM, those are more likely to become obsolete before they even die, so no real big worries there. So leaving your computer on doesn't result in much damage to the lifespan of your PC, but believe it or not, it actually does come with some advantages. If you have the correct settings enabled, you're able to walk away from your computer and Windows will automatically update the computer for you, so that way next time you go to play a game, you're not getting interrupted just for some Windows updates. You can just go ahead and start playing your game. Then it's also necessary for you to leave on your computer for things such as crypto mining, remote access, and obviously servers need to be powered on all the time. So this doesn't mean leave your computer on all the time. Only do it if you have a good reason. Because what happens if your CPU cooler dies when you're away? Then there's a sticky situation. A good reason to leave it on though is what if you're going to work and you want to play a new game, but it's going to take 6 hours to download? We'll just start the download before you leave, and then when you get back, you can go ahead and binge your game. And if you like this video, you need to check out this one because it tells you something you really need to know about your computer and goes over some things that you might need to know before your next upgrade.